What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from Steel City Jones Flight Academy. Today we're talking all about Mavic 2 batteries and why they fail. We get a lot of customers asking us a quote for new batteries because their batteries fail, and then we start talking to our customers, they get really angry and upset that their batteries are going bad. They're not understanding why they go bad. So we are really here to talk about the number one culprit on why these batteries go bad. Now, before we get into that, I want to emphasize, we made about 5-6 months ago, we made a very comprehensive video on why drone batteries fail. And it is absolutely worth your time to go check that out, because there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about today that we talk about that in that video and go way beyond what we're talking about today. I want to just talk about the number one issue that I see predominantly on Mavic 2 flyers and why these batteries go bad. So it comes down to one word: heat. Heat kills batteries, essentially, for the majority of these applications. What ends up happening is the batteries can swell up, they get deformed, the internals from cell to cell go bad. A lot of bad things can happen and can cause your aircraft to be a flight hazard and just fall out of the sky. So we want to prevent all of these issues from happening. So I'm going to give you all the things that you need to know about as far as in relative to temperature and heat. In fact, we can exceed 125 degrees Fahrenheit well before we even get down to 30% remaining on the battery. The heat is getting exceeded to what the maximum safe allowable operating range should be. So we've been very fortunate to talk to some people at DJI, give us some really good information on why these batteries fail. So in our opinion, we're going to give you a number of 125 degrees Fahrenheit. We do not want to exceed that number, or the batteries can start getting compromised and getting damaged. You can even exceed that temperature well before you normally would start flying them down. Like, a lot of people think, oh, it's safe to fly them down to about 20%. It's safe to fly them down to 25%. And if you know, a lot of people will fly them even down way below 20%. So, I'll give you an example. At our practice facility in Fort Myers, where we do a lot of on-site training, in May, when the ambient temperature was just 82 degrees, but the humidity was at 65%, when we did some flying around, we saw that our batteries were exceeding 125 degrees, as high as 39% remaining state of charge. So that's a much higher rate and a game changer for what we need to look at. So you really want to be careful when it's hot out in the summertime, or it's humid out, the air is really sticky. You really want to monitor your battery temperatures on your submenu setting, especially when we get below 40%. That's really, really important. Now, if we can do that and stay within 125 degrees or less, our batteries are going to stay healthier. Now, that doesn't mean that if we just do that one parameter, that our batteries will always be healthy, because there are a number of different factors that are involved in that. And we want to make sure that we go ahead and watch the other video if you want to know more about that. When we're flying this aircraft in the air, especially in sport mode, it puts more of a load on this battery. So the power consumption, the current consumption is going to be higher. And we have seen our battery temperatures jump up 5 degrees almost instantly, a couple seconds after we run full throttle in sport mode. So if you want to run in sport mode, you got to also be very cognizant of those battery temperatures not to exceed 125 degrees. Most bad batteries will indicate that they are fully charged back at 100%, and they will be fine like 90%, 80%, 70% remaining. It's after we start getting down into the 60 to 50 to 40% remaining state of charge is where that curve starts really going down like a roller coaster, as opposed to staying nice and linear. You want to make sure that the batteries are not deformed or swollen are that they're still nice and level when you put them on a nice level surface. And you also, again, really look at doing a load test, even at a hover test. We go over that in the other video as well. So with that said, I hope this has been very helpful to you. Please check out the other video for more information. And if you haven't yet, please help us grow the channel. Subscribe to us. We'll give you more fresh content just like this as we can. And stay safe out there. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.